is my first Guinness for months. I just haven't filled up to having one, but I'm really hot and sweaty today because I went all the way to Bunnings to buy these, which are they're gliders, they're curtain gliders, and what they go between the hook and the actual. I mentioned before they go in, they slide actually in this other end here. Slides into the strip of steel that makes up the sliding rod, you know, where you put your the hang from. Anyway, you need these to go onto your hooks. So a pack of 10's $4.20. So I bought 2 packs. Really light, but I had to walk about a kilometre extra to get to Bunnings to get them because it's a real specialty item. Oh, it's going down well. Oh, the Guinness, not bad. Yeah, been far too long between drinks. Luckily I'm getting it for $8, so it's quite a good deal with my discount card. I had a bit of a chat to the barman, who's a South African, been here for 6 years and very happy he got out. He's a bit worried about the future of the country too. Could go the way of Zimbabwe. I was actually shown a $1 trillion Zimbabwean note, which is worth, I think this is about $8. So that was then. Now, who knows? The hyperinflation is still around, I think. Yeah, absolutely stuffed. It's 31 degrees today. Quite a nice day. Actually, it's a bit of a breeze, thank God, but I'm still sweating because it's there wasn't shade the whole time. So. But yeah, I'm feeling good for it. I'm getting really cabin fever, and I think a lot of people are with the all the restrictions. Actually, things have lightened up here. I can pay cash. They still haven't got newspapers. They're not allowed to apparently because the potential coronavirus spreading. But they didn't do that. They don't do the contract tracing now either. So that's changed as well. So it's back to normal, apart from the fact there's no newspapers. So that's good. That's a good sign. So just relax on Monday and have a cold Guinness. I might even have another one. We'll see how it goes. But I just got to pick up some food at Coles on the way back, and then I'll go back and relax. But I'm just happy to be out of the flat. Yeah, well, that pint went down rather well actually. I was almost tempted to have another one, but I'm feeling refreshed now. I've got to buy myself a chicken at Coles, and I feel a lot better than when I ride, a lot less sweaty. So it had the effect. Actually, the guy from South Africa, I could have sworn he was from Europe. He had that sort of accent, but no, he reckons he's definitely South African, so I just could not pick that accent at all. So totally stuffed it. Anyway, on the road to Cairns Central. Oh, it's a moderately windy, sunny Tuesday in Cairns. Not too bad. Got to head down Lily Creek again. Won't be as exhausting as a walk I had yesterday when I went all the way to Bunnings. By the way, those little connectors for the gliders that go in the rail for curtains didn't fit, so bought a couple of packs and they're useless, which is a bit of a worry. Slightly different design, but I would have thought that was a fairly standard size to clip into that slot, but apparently not. Unless there's something about it I don't know, that there's some technique I'm missing. So that was a bit ordinary. Oh well, the breeze is a lot better here. There's a lot more protection down here than walking up the street, so, and it's quite pleasant around here. Yeah, my neighbour, the guy who's the body corporate rep, who's owner there, he's had a board up for selling his place, which is on the ground floor, so he's got a bit more space than my balcony area. He's got a sort of a ground floor patio area which is grassed, and he sold, well, he had it advertised I think for about 234,000. 2 bedrooms, same as mine. The kitchen's in better nick than mine, admittedly, so it looks like slightly better nick overall. But anyway, he sold it. I don't know what he got it for it, but he'd be quite relieved because he does want to move to the beaches, and I think I'll be looking at probably after summer possibly getting to the beaches. We'll see. Stock market's going gangbusters at the moment, so If I sold some shares, I'd have even more cash, but I don't need it right now. But the thing is, if you don't take a profit when it's there, CBA shares are over 80 cents. That's 80 cents, $80, sorry. They're over $80 a share. They're about 25% up on what I paid for them, so pretty happy with that. And I think the dividends will start improving too, because the housing situation seems to be a lot better. But it's good to see that he sold the place, because he's got really bad neighbours upstairs. So presumably, if he's got a short settlement, he won't have to wait that much longer. So we'll see. So yeah, but happy for him. And like I say, I'm definitely looking at options. I'm really interested in this house. It's 409,000 they're asking for. It's only on a small block. It's got 3 bedrooms, which I don't need. 2 is more than enough. However, it's a bit further from Trinity Beach than I'd like to be. It's about half a kilometre away, but I'm used to walking. It's not a big deal. So we'll see. I won't be up for an inspection at the moment. I've got medical treatment. It's knocking me about a bit, so wait until that's all finished. And look at here at Jet. There's a lot more traffic in the air these days. You can hear the planes coming in. Look at that one there, really low. Wow. That's why it's noisy. That's the lowest I've seen, boy. They're really coming down low for a landing. No wonder the engine's made a racket. So that's all good news. I've had problems with the gate. We've got security gates, so we've got a pedestrian gate, and the code doesn't work. It didn't work for me 3 times in a row last week, and then started working yesterday. But it's just sporadic, and I don't know if other people are having the problems. I think most people come in and out by car, so they use the little fob. They've got the button to open the gate, and that's my backup. So, but the body corporate is going to look into it for me, get a techno out, see if they can work out what the issue is. Maybe it gets moisture in it when it's wet, because we had a bit of rain. That might stuff it up, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not reliable. And as I say, I'm probably in the minority using that gate. Guess what? Another plane. Wow, look at that. They're coming in droves. That must have been about a minute after the other one. So it's getting close to midday. Maybe it's a busy time at the airport, I don't know. Could have been delays, could be banked up, who knows. But certainly things are coming to life more. And like I said yesterday, I didn't have to go through putting in a contract, rate tracing details at the pub, and I was able to pay cash. So things are easing up a bit. And I felt good about having a Guinness. Whew. Probably about 30 degrees on a Thursday afternoon, around 3 o'clock. Yeah. Not much of a breeze actually, very unusual, quite still. I'm just thinking that whoever gets over the line in the American presidential election, looks like it's probably going to be Biden, but there's no certainty of that, because Giuliani's making quite a good case for electoral fraud, and if Pennsylvania goes, well, anything can happen. The wind's just going to destroy my chances of having a video here. A few places on the market at the moment. I think the real estate's taking off a bit, so that's good news. But like I was saying, if Biden does become president, he'll be an illegitimate president. He's going to be, it's just whoever takes that position, whether it's Trump or Biden, there's going to be such a cloud hanging over them. I think it's going to be a very tough presidency. In the case of Biden, if he doesn't have control of the Senate, he won't be able to do much anyway. and it's highly likely that I think the Republicans will get those Senate seats, especially if Biden is proclaimed the president. So because it appears the Americans like to have to put a sort of a lock on unbridled power by voting differently in different houses, like we do in Australia, like we do with the Senate in Australia. Puts a check on the elected government, and that's normally how it turns out here, and I think it's going the same way in the US. So Biden won't be able to do all the crazy things he wants to do, thank God, but if Trump gets in, he's going to have a tough time, because there's going to be a lot of people in America who think he's illegitimate too. The election process has to be fixed. There should be bipartisan support for that. It's not there at the moment, and that's a real worry. So personally, I think America's got to have major electoral reform. Probably needs to have the elections run at a federal level. Although you look at their institutions, and the FBI's been corrupted, the CIA's been corrupted, they've been anti-Trump. So how do you make the institutions fair? That's very difficult. I don't know. I think there has to be more respect for the institution rather than the parties. I think it's got far too polarised now, and it's the good of the country seems to be taking second tier to the good of the partisans of each party, and I think that's a very healthy situation. That's how I see it with America, and that's why civil war is a possibility. In what form that would take place, well, that's up for anybody to speculate, but I think there'll be a war on the media. I think the media really alienate themselves. Well, I just went to the liquor land just up this way. It's a lot bigger than the one in Cairns Central, but it wouldn't be hard. The interesting addition they've got there is a security guard. You certainly don't have that at the Cairns Central one. I guess because it's inside a shopping mall, pretty safe. But here, obviously not so much. I mean, that's a sign that they've obviously had some problems here. And good news is my favourite gin, the Beefeater, has had another price reduction. It's gone initially from $52 down to $40, which was a huge drop, and now it's dropped a third of $2, so it's now $38. So they're getting very aggressive, Beefeater, trying to get a niche of the low-cost gin market. But again, their gin is actually stronger than the cheapos, so like I say, bigger bang for your buck. So it's quite good. Whew. Oh well, good exercise today, but 50 minutes. Apparently my blood pressure's alright. It's always been fairly low, and again today not too bad. So I didn't expect to get the blood pressure checked, but I bucked into a fairly conscientious nurse. So yeah, go home and relax and have a drink of cab sab, which will be nice. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.